One to Open Mouse Podcast. We're doing our
Oh,
up tonight with your host here, Professor Jazz, and my co-host, Dr. Scorpio. How
you
you
know
doing?
what time it is. Yeah, you know what time it is, man. You know.
You know what time it is. You know, it's late night. It's Sunday before Monday. Everybody goes back to work tomorrow.
Yep,
Let's
yep,
get
yep, yep.
done tonight.
Yeah, why not? You know what I mean?
I'm
And
drinking some wine here. Told you
you said you off the cupcake. The
cupcake,
cupcake.
cupcake
Okay.
birthday. I mean,
Okay.
like I said,
Okay.
at first when I tasted it, I didn't like it, so I left it there. It was in my counter for a couple of months. Right
Oh.
now, you know what? I feel like having some wine, so I chilled it for a little bit. I poured me some in a glass. That's what I've been sipping on.
That sounds like I need to have some motherfucking cupcakes.
Yeah, why not, huh?
Shit, I seen it for a while. I just never fucked with it. You know, I'm Mr. Tay Tay. You
You're
know what
Mr.
I mean? I'm
Day.
not alcoholic no more though.
You know, what do you drink though? When you
When
like to drink, when you know,
I prefer Walk Hard or Trish.
I like some Grey Goose to make the hey,
Hey, make it get loose off some goose.
hey, get something.
Goose is cool. You like goose?
Yes, I like
You
goose.
like goose?
I like goose.
Goose
I like
is
Grey
cool.
Goose.
It reminds me of this fuck nigga, so that's why I don't like it no more.
Oh shit.
That's the only reason. But I mean, shit. Jeezy had this. I'm up that Grey Goose. Do I know you? Do I know you? I'm up that Grey Goose.
Hey, that Grey Goose.
You
Make
know what I'm
that
saying? Yeah, but if I'm gonna drink alcohol, because
uh-huh.
I really don't even, I don't even like alcohol. I don't, but if I'm gonna drink, I'm probably gonna go with something brown. But typically, I'm just getting some Tay Tay or something, like or something
Okay.
chill. I was drink, really, because I was drinking a lot of like I was drinking like whiskey a lot and
Yeah.
hard liquor a lot, and I
Uh-huh.
got to the point where I was like, damn, bro, like I need to stop drinking so much hard liquor like all the time. If I'm drinking, like I shouldn't just go straight to the hard liquor every fucking time. So I had to
I
calm
mean,
that.
yeah. I mean,
I had to calm that shit down. It was getting too, and then you start looking at yourself. You be like, "Damn, bro, I'm getting fucking smashed. It's been 5 days this week." You know what I mean?
if
You
you
be
see
like,
this, I'm like,
mm,
only had a sip before. It's already halfway down. Like this is
"Yeah,
good after a minute. After I drink the first drink, hey, now it tastes good. So
I get you." And of course, that's the true alcoholic spirit. But hey, it's how it is. You know. But like I was saying though, yeah, I would prefer. If I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna go Tay Tay. I'm coming Tay Tay for sure. Or I'm coming.
so what? Okay, does that
Mm,
get you in the mood?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I like being creative though, so I'll be trying to be creative
Yeah,
whenever I'm feeling.
pure alcohol is like, it'll get you in some kind of mood. It'll get you, really happy.
Or
It'll
sad
it'll
or some weird
make
shit.
you cry, or
hmm
it'll get you horny as fuck.
I feel like at the end of the day, you might not be there, but when you get to doing it, it's gonna be crazy because you already drunk.
True.
So, yeah,
I mean, having drunken sex is pretty good. It's fun.
yeah, it is.
You're
It is.
more bold, do things. And
I just think it's a recipe for a child. So
that too. It is.
I'll be trying not
That's
to
what you
even.
gotta think about.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you strap it up or something. You better pull out because when you're drinking, yeah, you don't make that conscious decision.
Right.
And then you end up 9 months later. Oh shit! Now we're tied together.
Basically, now I'm stuck, Jazz.
Oh, don't say that. You
Now
wanna go ahead. Let's go ahead and have a baby.
we did. Look, this our baby.
There you go.
There you go.
Don't
You know what I'm
be drinking.
saying?
Well, okay, because now go ahead
Right.
and have a
You
baby.
take a
Or
sip of that
for
cupcake
free.
for
For
the both
free.
of us. Right. Take a sip of the cupcake for the both of us. I could have drunk tonight, but I was like, I don't know if I should be drinking. Like, fuck it. You know? I don't know. Some days I feel, cause like after being legitimately like retarded with this, excuse my language. I don't mean to offend nobody by saying that word. Some people say that, but um, But after being like super just OD like all the fucking time, I told like, bro, I'm not even gonna play with you. I bought a Four Loko the other day, and when I was acting crazy, bro, like, and I don't want to say, back in the day we was affiliated with certain affiliations and stuff.
Yeah.
I used to have like two fucking tall locos or like a Mike's and a loco, and
Oh,
then
those
some
two
other
Four
shit.
Locos.
I would be doing crazy shit. I had one the other day, like 3 days ago. I couldn't even. I had like three sips. I couldn't even do it.
Or a Four
I
Loko.
was like, yes. It's like I couldn't even do it. I was like, yeah, nah.
Why? It's not the same like it was before. Before, man, that shit was strong before, but
It's
now
not that it's bad. It's just, man, I can't even do it. Like it's too crazy.
you
Like it
just can't
tastes
handle
terrible.
it no more.
I'm not doing it. Yeah, like the taste is horrible. The fucking, it's like the feeling isn't good. It's not like a good drunk feeling. I don't know how to explain that.
Right.
It's not a good
That
drunk.
Four
It's good.
Loko
It's yeah.
slap.
It's like yeah. It's a good feeling good drunk, and it's like a groggy ass drunk,
Yeah.
and it's like that was some groggy. I was like, how the fuck was I drinking this goofy shit? I was like, hell no. If I'm gonna sip, it's got to be top shelf or something or some Tay
Was
Tay.
a couple of
Yeah,
months ago. I had
yeah.
that green one with the THC. I'm like,
They have a Four Loco with THC in it.
yeah, it's a green one. It's a green
The
one.
sour apple. You talking
Smells
sour
like
apple
it
or
has
something?
THC.
Well, I had the sour apple one. I know I've had that one before. It wasn't weed. I wish it was weed in that bit. It wasn't weed. Well, I'm clearly,
Yeah,
you
there
know,
is one like that has THC.
you're right.
But you know, hey, but when you drink like that, see,
Right.
I can't have sex when I have it Four Locos because
Right.
yeah, you can't. You gotta be careful when you're drinking, and then you want to have sex because then you drink too much, it'll be kind of mixed around your stomach, and man, it'll be making you kind of sick, and that's gonna ruin the whole mood.
I hate that shit.
I know. I had like this one time where I got sick. Yeah, I was drinking. I don't remember what I was drinking, but I was giving some head, and
Uh-oh.
yeah, then it got me sick, and then
Wait,
wake
wait,
up
wait, wait, wait,
deep in my throat. Yeah,
wait,
I
wait.
like, excuse me, I go to the bathroom, and then
Wait.
I just couldn't stop right there. It's like, we're done right now. It's not
Because
gonna
you
work.
started because you was too drunk? Or like what are you saying? Like
Well, I wasn't drunk. I was just, it was just mixed around my stomach and everything. I wasn't.
and then
I
you
couldn't
was
handle
about
my liquor that day. I should have drank some water.
yeah, and I was well, I wasn't bad at that, but really I would well, water was kinda I would drink water sometimes if I was drinking, but really I just wanted to be drunk. I didn't want to eat nothing till after I was done wanting to be drunk. And then I wanted to eat. And then I wanted to do other stuff. Like I was getting retarded. Excuse me again. I should have said that. But yeah, I was
You
ODing.
ever had any drunken stories you would like to share?
Oh my gosh, what?
Or
So
upset?
okay, man. See, the thing is fronting your move. So I will not be fronting my move, but I will say I've had some crazy ass experiences, like being like completely drunk
Mhm.
or just faded in general. Like, let's keep it drunk though. Let's keep it drunk, specifically drunk.
Yeah.
So I remember, and I was bad too because I used to go to work drunk a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I would go to work drunk a lot before. And so I would go to work. I had to stop at the L first. So, you know what I'm saying? Particularly this day, um, I think I don't know, I don't know, like I think I stopped right before I went to work. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Because sometimes I used to leave work in the middle of my shift and go crazy, right? I was just crazy. I was tweaking. So I'll be doing that. So at that point, I was like, okay, I'm good, whatever, do my thing.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like my little secret. You know what I'm saying? I felt like for the most part, it was like my little secret. But, eventually I would be drinking so much that you could smell me. Like, cause I just drunk. So I smell like I just drunk. So eventually it wasn't so easy to like cover up or something. So like I would come into work and then the shirt would be like, have you been drinking this year? I'm like, how can you tell? She's like, dude. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm drunk damn near. You know what I'm saying? At that point I used to like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, like it was a process of like learning how bad I was getting and then seeing the outcome of it. So like I got so many stories. It's like
So
crazy.
one thing I have done before when I started seeing this guy, he was
Hmm.
a little too big for me to handle. I will have to have a couple of drinks, a couple of shots, just to loosen her up, to make
Damn.
sure she takes the whole shit, you know?
Hey man.
Make sure you're impressed. You can't be acting like you can't take that dick. It's like, you know what? Let me have a couple of drinks.
Well, I commend you with that type of attitude.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? I mean,
Sometimes you gotta do what you
like
gotta
I said, it will loosen the pussy up. I'm like, okay, now I'm ready to go ahead and take that big truck right there in this
do.
little
Right.
garage, like Cardi B says.
That's a good point too. Even though,
To loosen up. It helps you loosen up.
yeah,
You
it
know,
definitely come on. It's liquid courage. It's liquid courage, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it puts you right where you need to be to do whatever you think you need to do to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying?
For
But
stories, when people been drinking and trying to have sex, like some people been too drunk they fall asleep in the middle of sex. Like really?
well, I do this story particularly. Well, actually, I was drinking, but I wasn't drunk. Right, tweaking. I fucked around. I had a show and shit.
Hmm.
I hit up this girl. I had wanted to talk to this girl forever. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
finally, like, hit this girl up. Was like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, you trying to come to this hotel? I got the show and shit. She was like, yeah. I was like, yes, let's go, nigga. I'm like, yes. You feel me?
yeah.
I got everything prepped. Everything was a go. I had a show. I had my show. Dana was at the bar for a little bit, so we was drinking for a little bit.
Okay.
Got back. Uh, what I mean? Was kicking it. I didn't realize how much really how faded. You know what I'm saying? I had got.
Yeah.
So by the time we really had got back for real, I was we was sitting down playing GTA, and then that's the last thing I remember, bro. All I remember is waking up in the hotel with her. She's sleeping, and I'm just like, all my clothes still on. I'm like,
Clothes is still on?
everything. It's like I literally just laid down on the bed, just literally went to sleep,
Oh,
and I was like,
damn.
bro, I was so fucking mad because when I woke up, I was like, no, wait, hold on.
It's like I'm not even
I
naked.
didn't even,
I had
yeah, I
clothes.
know. Yes, I know nothing went down that I don't wanted to. It was so fucked up, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
See?
How the fuck
Oh
did I
man.
get
You got
this
drunk.
faded and not even know? Yeah, goofy. So by that time, it was like 7 in the morning or something. It was maybe like 3 or something,
Yeah.
or maybe like nah, maybe it was like 8 or 9. So by that time, I was like, damn. I realized I'm like, I fell asleep at the wrong damn time. How did I do that shit? And then so from that point on, after everything transpired, I'm thinking like, damn, it's a wrap. So at that time, of course, niggas got up, you know what I'm saying, and left. It was like I don't know how to explain it. It was like I was like, damn, okay, I'm gonna have to I look silly to a degree. And then it was like she was looking at me like, oh yeah, fell
But
asleep, nigga.
you didn't do nothing in the morning? Like, when you
Nope.
first woke up, you didn't try to even make it up, or
Well,
go ahead and
this is the thing, right? So she was acting like standoffish towards me, like she was mad that I fell asleep.
oh, yeah! She
So
was
she
trying to
was
tell
damn near
you
like,
and
I'm
everything.
cool because you fell asleep almost type shit. Like,
Oh,
and I was like, damn, that's crazy. And you know, for me, I'm just like, I'm not finna press. I'm just like, damn, no, that's crazy. But I had a lot going on, bro. I was doing a lot at that time, bro. So, and I got super faded. So apparently, yeah, that was one of the moments. I was like, but I don't, and even then, like, I wasn't drinking all the time.
right, but that's still
Then when you do have those
I'm
moments where you
sure you
start,
were pissed off. It's like, I would have been pissed off. It's like, as
I
the woman,
remember,
I would have been pissed off. Like, really, dude, like, you fucking fell asleep. Like,
hmm
got this. You could have got this pussy last night. We could have had some fun, and you fell asleep.
that shit was crazy. I know it's a laugh at my pain moment. One of the moments where you be like, damn, I was, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of young. I wasn't young, but I was kind of young
Yeah,
still. So, of course, you don't have all the game you should have as you have, you know what I'm saying, as you get older. So that was one of those moments because I definitely didn't, fly through this shit with, what I'm saying, A's on my report card. You feel me? I made some little, hiccups here and there, but that's what it's, you know what I'm saying, that's what the shit's about. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get the game. You gotta fuck up so you can see what you can improve or what you did. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was interesting. You know what I'm saying? I had another funny one, right?
okay.
I was super drunk this time too. So this girl, I met this girl at work, and she was like from the Dominican Republic or something, but she literally was like an Afro indigenous person from there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like how we indigenous here. You know what I'm saying? But she's from, you know what I'm saying? Was it Puerto Rico or was it? Um, I think was it DR? It was some. It was she was from somewhere else, and she knew Spanish fluent and all that type of shit. And me and her were talking about it, and it was like, damn, that's crazy. And I forgot what I said. I think I said like we you know what I'm saying, we should chop it up sometime or something. You feel me? And she was like, okay, yeah. So I got her number. We ended up kicking it. So I think my birthday came around, and then I was like, yo, let's, you feel me? Let's go. Let's kick it and shit. She's like, all right, cool. So I end up getting to the. I guess she worked at this club out here.
yeah.
Um, and once she like invited me, she actually invited me to the club. So when I said let's kick it and shit, she said yeah, but I gotta work or some shit. So I was like okay. I'm like, where you work? She's like, I work over here. So I was like, okay, well I could come hang out with you up there for a little bit or something. Then I could, we could leave when you get off. She's like, I bet. So we kicked it up there for a little bit. I ended up seeing somebody else that I knew, so that was crazy, super crazy. And then I end up leaving. You feel me? So we kicking it. I'm damn near super faded, and I don't even know how much I was drinking because it was my birthday, right? So I think they was just giving me shit. But at the same time, I know I was paying for stuff too. But I don't remember. That's what I mean by like nigga just was doing a lot. So niggas was doing a lot. Whole time, right? By the time we leave, it's late, obviously. So I'm pulling up to her crib and it's late as hell. Um, we sit outside. I'm smoking still, so everybody chilling. I'm smoking, and she's sitting there. We talking for a little bit, and these niggas pull up because I guess they live on her block. So we kicking it, you know what I mean? And they pull up. They look like they about to park and shit. So we like watching them, and as they look like they slow down, all of a sudden 12 just pull up right behind them with the
Mm.
lights on. Instantly, like as they pull up and slow down, 12 just instantly slide on them. Like, I'm like, damn, the fuck? And we smoking, mind you, where we at, you know. So I'm like, damn, that shit crazy. And he was like, or she was like, hey, I know, I might know who that is, but it's all good. Don't even trip. Like, yeah, yeah, okay, cool. But you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm just still smoking. Another cop pull up.
Mm,
I'm like, okay, it's crazy. Now, and mind you, she do live in the hood.
yeah.
Okay, so and I ain't from that area. I actually moved way out the way, not way out the way, but enough to where like, um, how do I say, like, just enough to where like this is like a weird spot. Even though I still know where I'm at and it's all good, you feel me? Because I'm from there, but it's just it's not a it's a weird kind of spot to be in, like part. And they right, it's like they I can't even really like leave or nothing. Even though I want to be like, hey, I'm gonna pull off real quick because I got nigga got it. So I'm like, let me try to just leave type shit, and I'm like,
Right.
nah, I can't. I can't really if I move and shit, it's gonna just look weird and goofy. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna do nothing. So then another cop pull up after him. So it's like three cops behind this nigga now. Then I'm like, wait, I'm like, wow, dude, what the fuck happened with this nigga, bro? So
Mm-mm.
it threw off the entire vibe. Like nobody wanted to move.
Yeah.
Everybody sitting there. I'm like, damn, bro, what the fuck? And like obviously niggas is super faded. So
You just, it's like, that's the bad thing. It's like you're in the mood and then something fucks it up. It's like,
some
really?
crazy shit.
What?
Bro, when I tell you we was probably out there for maybe like another 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I would say about 35 minutes maybe. It was probably another like five squad cars pulled up.
Oh, damn.
So the street is like a one way almost. And niggas parked on this way. And niggas, the traffic can go that way.
Yeah.
They pulled a nigga over like this. And they in front of niggas. So we can't really leave. And in the intersection that's in front of the road, these other niggas, they pulled up over there and shit. We was like, what the fuck is going on? But you know what's crazy though? This was crazy though. Cause now, dude, I was doing a lot of stuff at the time, but I ain't gonna get into a lot of that. But now it's all making fucking sense. And but it was literally like 10 cops right there, bro. We was like, alright. So after I say like 40 minutes, bro, I think they I think they did take bro. I think they arrested cuz and shit. Then they took him and then they all slid. You feel me? So at that point, she was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go in the crib and shit." I'm like, "Yeah, for sure." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "It's cool. Your whole demo is hot over here. I
Yeah.
don't want to be. I'm good. I might chill here for another 30 minutes and pull off, and they own me. I'm straight. I'm gonna leave right now." She like, "I bet." You feel me? I damn near never even pull slid back on that, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That was just too crazy. And then I was super dumb drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real. So that was crazy.
And that
But
just ruined the whole mood. That's the thing, you know?
bro, these niggas just slid on cuz. I'm like, damn, like why they slide on cuz like that? Then boom, then another one, boom, then another one, boom. I'm like, damn, like, and they all like right here. Like they passing me, parking like me, like feet away from me,
Yeah.
just sitting there with the lights on while we smoking. I'm like,
I mean, but that's the thing, though. You
this
went
some goofy shit.
they didn't even, like, they could at least waited so you get yourself some. It's like, I had one thing like that where this was a long time ago. And, it was in the car. And so, we were hooking up and everything like that. And I guess after we're done, I realized there was cops in front of us. They told us to get dressed. Well, at least they waited till we were done. I mean, shit.
Damn,
I
damn,
get
man.
stopped I don't want to get stopped. It's like, go ahead, let me go ahead and enjoy this time. You guys watch, and that's it. Come on. Then you can
Come
go
on,
ahead and
man.
tell me right after that. So that's
Funny as
it.
hell.
After that, they say, okay, you guys go ahead and put your clothes on and leave from here.
Well, at least they didn't arrest y'all. So
No, because they got a good show, probably.
I guess so. Shit,
It was something,
I
but
guess so. If you're gonna sit there and watch me, and that's why I'm like, I don't know if you was in them. I mean, I'm never gonna be with them type of niggas. But it's like, if a nigga was like pulling up in somewhere and they're a cop and you see them doing that and
Yeah,
you stop and you look and you really want to go to them and do, it's like, bro, now I understand like possibly there are other things that could be happening that might not be good. Now, maybe she getting assaulted, but the thing is though, um, in the case with y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? He knew you weren't being assaulted. You know what I'm saying? They
right.
just stood there like, okay, we finna, when they
We
stopped, we
say,
finna.
okay, it's not violent. It's something that we don't need to go.
Clearly they waited like, hey, when she get done, I'm a woo woo woo. That was all that was about.
Woo woo, and then we'll go ahead and
Yeah, that's, it's like, why not just let them do what they,
that's it, you know.
my thing is just why not let them do what they gonna do? Really all I'm trying to say. Like, you really,
Life
I'm not gonna, if I was in that situation, bro, but I would never in my life be trying to stop niggas fucking. I don't give a fuck about that. I say, bro, just put yourself, just go off in the corner, girl. You know what I'm saying?
oh
Just
yeah,
go,
'cause it was
just
just
go off in the corner or something, bro.
I was just walking by.
Make sure nobody can't see. If I can see you, it's a problem, bro. So y'all, I tell them
And
go
it
pull
was
up over there
yes,
and
you
go do that shit.
watch, you know that, or you'll go ahead and be more.
No, weirdo. That's some weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just tell niggas, hey, pull up over whoever, bro.
But
Don't do that shit
people,
right
there's
here.
some people that do like that, having sex in the public. That they want people to pass by
See
and
them
walk.
and shit. They want niggas to see. Yeah, what is it? Well, that's not. I'm thinking of something else, but yeah, it is people who really just, they just, I don't know,
That.
just doing thrillful shit and living on the edge and shit like that.
Well, it's living on the edge, but again, it's like you watching porn. If you're watching the porn, basically it's the same thing. You're just on the other side. You want people to watch you.
Mm.
People get turned on by
Oh, that
having
makes sense.
people see what you're doing.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I mean, you get turned on watching porno. Why not be on the other side? Where you go ahead and do the porn and have people watch.
That's what they. I mean, it makes sense. That's why I was thinking even like the niggas who be nudist and shit, who literally live to do that. I've seen people do that online and be like, yeah, this is my lifestyle.
Yeah, but they're
You know what
more
I'm saying?
like maybe already used to it. Like it's normal to go ahead and be around their house naked. It's normal to go ahead and just have sex, wherever. But
Yes, sir.
some people don't. They don't see like it's okay for you to go have sex in public. People get turned on because of the risk that maybe they get caught. They want to get
Yeah, exactly.
caught, or you know, this was got us in trouble with the police. The police stopped by, they saw us, they caught us, or whatever like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was another situation where I think it was some people um it was some people that I knew. I guess they were working at this bar or some shit,
Yeah.
and this guy he basically was cheating on his wife with like servers or some shit like that
Oh,
up there. So this one particular time they went behind the fucking building. Like, it was like in this big strip, like, or like this big ass plaza, but it's a busy ass intersection, so it's not like a normal like town setting. It's like just basically restaurants and other businesses in that area.
yeah,
So um they go in the back, like this parking lot in the back where I guess this parking lot is,
yeah.
and they go back there and they fucking. So after work, like, I guess an hour or something after work, they go back there. Then the cop pulls up. I guess he pulls up on the car. He goes to the car because I think he did some goofy shit, like left the headlights on or
Yeah.
something like that. So the cop just was like, okay, and a lot of times cops don't really trip about stuff like that. But I guess particularly this nigga was like, let me just pull up over here to this car. So he pulls up over there. He's like, hey, what's going on? And he sees they naked and shit. He's like, all right, man. Well, look, I'm gonna just take y'all to jail, man, or you could just do whatever or something. And it was some type of reason he had to call his wife, and then nigga ended up having to call his wife or some other shit.
Oh, probably
So it
because
was like a
he got arrested or something, maybe.
something, yeah, because because technically he can say, well, it's indecent exposure,
Mhm.
but that's why I'm like, bro, you kind of being like, it's come on, bro, like they're fucking in the back of a parking lot where it's just them. There are no children present. This is not public, hours. This is somewhat like still kind of private property at this point because the place is closed.
Right, and
You
you're
know
in
what I'm
the
saying?
car.
So it's like, come on. And I guess that's what he was trying to get, trespassing or some, it was just some real goof shit where he could have just said, hey, bro, y'all fucking, bro, look,
Right,
you left your headlights on, gang. Turn them off. Go get a
right,
room. All right, bye.
obvious.
That's it. He dinnered like, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, bro, that's crazy. You like arrested dinner, tried to arrest these
But
niggas
see, that's why he
or
didn't
whatever.
watch
That's
that.
goofy as
He
hell.
didn't want to watch that.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? He
You
wanted to look like, yeah, oh, y'all doing this? Oh, okay. Okay. Mm. I'm gonna arrest y'all. It's like, bro, fuck you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have let the nigga slide for that. Like, that was terrible.
was trying to
I
slide
know
in
that.
someplace else, so
Yeah,
yeah,
he was trying to slide. All right. Yeah, he was trying to slide.
he wants to slide in that wet pussy. That's all. Why you in
That's all
the
that was
right
about.
now?
Yeah.
Telling me my headlights are on. So, but you know what? The one thing is though, it's like it's not the same. Like when you have sex in a car, it's fun when you're younger and smaller, but
Uh-huh.
it's more complicated when you get older. It's like who wants to have sex in the car? I'd rather go ahead and have it right on top of the hood, outside in the car. But being in the car,
Yeah, I feel
I
you.
just can't fit in the car no more.
Yeah, I feel you. The car ain't really the best vibe. Like, yeah, when
Unless
niggas
it's a
was
van or a
it was
truck.
19, yeah, that was cool. That worked. But niggas is not 19 no more.
Yeah.
Not going from a movie.
But yeah, but see, that's the thing though. It's like, so okay, you don't have to go ahead and have sex in the car. You can go ahead and have her bent over the hood and have fuck her right there. Why not?
I definitely have had those scenarios take place. But
Have her, yep, just place her on top of the hood.
which was cool. Again, at the time it worked, it was cool. But yeah.
But now we're older. We
Wouldn't
can't
happen now.
do
Yeah, it's just nah.
that.
I mean, you could still if it had to happen, it's gonna happen. But
Oh
I'm just
yeah,
saying
it can happen.
it's gonna happen if it's gonna happen. But I'm saying I ain't looking forward to that shit. Like, oh yeah, man, you trying to go to the car and you trying to drive around the block or some shit. You're just
No, it's
that's
like
the
no,
goofy shit.
like not in the
Yeah.
car, not in the back seat. You know what? I'm good with
At
that.
this point, yeah, if you tell Shorty come get in the car, man, she better come out with some
They
dollars.
only do that in the
She better come
car
out
when you're trying
with
to
some.
be adventurous. It's not like an everyday thing. So you're not gonna go
She
ahead
better come back with a trap.
and that's not good.
You funny.
I'm just
Hey,
saying, it's like, come on,
hey.
that's an issue. You have to go ahead and fuck all the time in the car. It's like, don't you have a spot now? It's like,
No, I said she better come back with a trap if she in the car.
hey, I'm just saying, it's like, okay, why are we just fucking in the car?
Right. He'd be like, "Why you always handing me $50 every time I get done
Right.
with you?
It's like, okay,
Why are you trying to slide the money under my in my bra?
no. What are you trying to do here?
Why you always trying to slide the money in my bra every time we get done?" Is what you saying? Like what the hell?
That's what I'm saying. Hey,
Funny as hell.
that good, huh? To get paid.
Funny as hell. Yeah, man. She better be coming back with a trap. If you in and out them cars, and that's just a fact. If
Man,
you in and out them cars doing anything, yeah.
but I just the only thing I probably will do in the car, like in the car, give the guy a blowjob. Hey,
I mean, but you,
it's still uncomfortable.
I'm just saying though. But listen, you are talking about like your boyfriend or something. I mean, like a girl you just met. I'm
I
talking about
want
like a girl
to
you just met, and you, yeah. in the car.
I mean, in the car, how are you gonna do it in the car? See,
I mean, that all depends on the niggas. I mean, hey, that's where niggas get creative.
that's what I want to know from you. I need to know. We
I mean, it depends. I mean, oh, you're saying in the
how you gonna
situation,
go
just
ahead and you go ahead and let her drive. You can go ahead and finger fuck her,
okay. So
or you park.
I'll tell you one particular story.
Okay, I want to know. I want to hear.
Now, this girl, I just just crazy, just met this girl. Um, literally. Um, well, no. I'm sorry. I'm lying. Take that back. This is the first time I ever chilled with this girl, but I already knew this girl. Um, kicked it for a little bit, and then we pulled back up at my crib and shit.
Yeah,
Obviously, I was younger, and when I fucked around and got back to the crib, I don't even know how niggas started with the shits. I think I just started messing with her. I think I said get in the back seat and shit or something. She was like, "Oh, okay," and she jumped in the back seat. I said, "I bet." Got to, you feel me, acting a fool. So at some point, and this is low key, it's not night yet. It's not night yet. So I know for a fact niggas can still see what's
oh
going on.
shit, you guys wanted people to see.
It's not that I want somebody to see. It's just I was. I was in sport mode at that point. So once I you feel me, opened the back door, you feel me? That's when I got in sport mode. So then it started getting crazy. So I low key think, you know how some women be like, um, they don't be wanting to squirt.
Well, not in the car,
That and then they if they not comfortable doing it with you, yeah.
right? Because they might not know you.
She like literally like pushed me off her.
Oh, really?
And she was like, nope, gotta go. She's like, you good? And I was like, what's wrong? She was like, look, she's like, give me a second type shit. Like, what's wrong though? And she was like, um, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back and kick it with you later or some shit or whatever. Some type of shit she had told me, and I was just like, okay. So I just left it alone. So from that point, um, I knew for a fact, I had to be careful though with watching like how I was even doing shit like that, because like I was just only reason I was in her car was because I don't remember what was I don't even remember, bro. Um, but my car it was sitting in my driveway. You know what I'm saying? Like so,
Yeah.
it's not like I couldn't have took my car. I don't remember why I was even in her car. But we in her car and shit nonetheless, and that's what was, you know what I'm saying. And then I know for a fact when I popped that joint open, I'm like, I know they seen the niggas' legs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? I know something was going. I know niggas was like probably like, wait, walking past the window, like, is this nigga? Ooh. At the same time, the way at that time when I was living over there, that's that subdivision, niggas didn't really care about what you did like that.
True.
Um, as long as it didn't like affect them or something.
Right.
So as long as you know what I'm saying.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's too bad that she didn't want to go ahead and squirt all over your car.
In the car, this other girl did though, and it was kind of messy as hell.
Oh, really?
She had leather seats though, so it was
Oh,
different for
yeah.
her. You know what I'm saying? But I know that's why she damn near did that shit. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then from that point, I just tried to deter a little bit from like having to do that in the car. I was young then. I didn't have all my shit together then, so that was different. But like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, as I got older, I was like, yeah. priorities, this, that, the third. But when you're young and you have to fuck in the car, that was like the go-to. Was just
And that was when you
like
were young because that was the only basic
that was
way
the
to
only
go
option you
to
had.
work.
Yeah,
You just barely got a car, but of course you still live with your
yeah,
parents.
you know what I'm saying. That so
Like
when you
that. So
19, bro,
that'll
you
be the
already
right spot in the car.
that's all you had was the car.
But
You was lucky to kind of be able to sneak while your parents was, you feel me, at work and
right.
shit. You was lucky.
And
You
now
feel
it's
me?
like okay, it's not the same because you're older, and it's like okay,
It just be crazy thinking about that too. Like, don't it? Because you be thinking like, man, if I was 17, bro, I would do this.
well,
Cause
what's
like I
the next
swear,
drive though? Like say if we're taking like a long drive,
hmm
say more than 20 minutes, if it's in a city.
uh,
If it just depends, if it's like that, I'll go ahead and give my guy a blowjob right there. I'm trying to see how quickly, if I could go ahead and get him to come before we get to our destination.
that's funny. I mean, that's adventurous too. I mean, hey, that's something you could
That
do.
is.
That's
I
like a game or something. That's
why
like some Fast and the Furious shit. Bro gonna start switching
like there
lanes
was
and shit.
one time like okay, like say there's construction, because there's always construction here in Vegas, okay? So
Oh shit.
if there's a traffic, because of the construction and this you're basically just sitting there waiting.
You was sitting there anyway, yeah. So
Why
it's like
not? Tell her, hey baby, go ahead and pull your pants down. Let me go ahead and suck that dick.
I don't see no problem with it. I
I don't
mean,
know
it's a
no
lot of people
weird
be,
shit.
yeah, a lot of people just be doing shit like that. So
And then it does like it makes it better. Like if I have like a car next to me, cause can see what I'm doing. There you go. Like a
that's
truck. So
I
say,
guess it's the rush. I guess it's the rush.
it's a
You know what I'm
rush. It's
saying?
a rush. It's,
I didn't really care about
it's like you don't care because
that part.
you don't know them and you're focused on what you're doing. Why even care about what somebody else is watching?
Right. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Because, I mean, shit, it don't really matter. But, I mean, yeah, that's why I was just like, you know, it is what it is type shit. But I say going forward, like, as I was getting older, I was like, yeah, this is. So I was just like, yeah, come in the crib between this time and this time. You know what I'm saying? Park your car over here. You know what I'm saying? I used to have to sneak my shorty through my crib to spend the night and shit sometimes.
Oh,
Cause
really?
yeah, when I was like 19, I remember this now. It's crazy. Before I didn't remember it, but now I remember it. So she used to have to park her car over around the way, and she had to walk over to my house. I think I would let her through the garage. Then I would just bring her to my room.
Mm.
And when she was in my room, obviously nobody really came in my room, and I had a lock on my door. So if like they'll come past, be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go." Da, da, da. I was like, all right. I was like, "Bet." And of course, at this point, I wasn't really smoking in my room, so there was no real crazy stuff happening yet. Um, I was trying to make sure nobody really, you know what I'm saying. So I would try to make sure I was out the house or something.
Yeah.
So that was a plus, because if it was that too, you know what I'm saying, my OG definitely probably would try to do some like, hey, what's going, like, why are you, or something. So at that point, she just be like, all right, I'm gone or something. I remember at some point though,
Yeah.
she walked past and stuff. She's like, okay, I'm finna slide. I'm like, bet. She was like, hey, is old girl in there? And I was like, no. But she was like, uh-huh. You sure about that? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, all right. And then she just walked away. She's like, uh-huh. And then she just walked away and stuff. And I was like, damn, I'm like, she's crazy. I'm like, how would she even think? Like, cause she was always in the room. I never just, well, it was times we was fucking though. See, that was
Yeah.
probably what took it away.
You know, when we were young and we were curious about sex, but we're still living with our parents. We try to go ahead and sneak the person in. Um, but that wouldn't last that long. You will get caught at some point.
Eventually, something happens.
Yeah.
I didn't get
I
flat
was
out
like
caught
in
though.
the middle, and it was a situation I was at that time embarrassed. Cause yeah, I got caught by my mom. It's like
Damn, that's not.
caught
Yeah.
me in all fours. I'm like, oh
Oh man.
yeah,
Yeah. See, I'm very grateful and thankful. I didn't. It never was that. Like I was, and it because at that time, especially with this particular person,
yeah,
it would be in the living room to wherever it didn't even matter because I was like it was just me. I had a younger sibling and I had my OG, so it was just us in the
yeah.
crib. So and my crib was somewhat big, so nobody really had to really know what we was doing like that, especially like late at night. Like everybody else is damn near sleepers when they put
Well,
up.
yeah, if you do it
You know what I'm
late
saying?
at night, but
So, but even then though, it's like it's still your crib is somewhat kind of older, so it
yeah,
makes certain creaks and stuff. You got to be like
gotta be really careful because everything will creak and make noise. It's like, oh,
all that shit.
and
So the TV on, yes, the TV on, the refrigerator doing that little hum,
yeah,
the
no,
creaking shit. You got to be like a sound, like I don't know how to explain it, like a
yeah, no,
professional sound wizard, like to be able to listen for real and hear, like how because if somebody's going down the stairs, it creaks, but then it's like that shit just happens on its own. So you got to be able to like listen.
oh
So
shit, my whole bottle.
see, see, you said it wasn't that good the whole time. Look at you.
And I've been drinking the whole thing.
That's how wine is, though. It's not a lot of it, and then when you drink it, you be feeling like it's a whole lot of it, but it's not a whole lot of it.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
you
so
know what? I didn't like that shit though. It's like, I, that was. I would never sneak a guy into my house. I've been over to their house, but then I'm like, you know what? At that time, I tried to go ahead and maybe date a little bit older, then maybe have
mm-hmm,
more spots.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because
Got you.
because again, yeah,
Got you.
you like the risk and everything like that. But you know what? After a while, it's like you want to
Elevate a little
try it.
bit.
You want to go ahead and not get robbed
Damn.
by anything. So
You know what's crazy? It's so crazy because like the younger me
yeah,
wouldn't even think this way. He would just like be thinking like, okay, she don't want to fuck because she don't want to fuck. It's like, no, dude, you know what I mean?
yeah.
You're 18. You don't have nothing to, you know what I'm saying? Make her come, you know what I'm saying? But at those certain times, I just make used to have bitches come over.
Just don't want to get caught.
You don't want to get caught, and then on top of that, is these other niggas where they pick you up and take you to their crib. So you be like,
Right.
okay, this obviously probably might be the better option. So I'm gonna see what this nigga talking about.
Yeah.
Cause you
So
ain't even
at
got
that
nothing.
time, I will go ahead and make
You be
sure
like,
it's
oh, okay.
I will not do it in my house. Okay, for one thing, I will not do it in my house because my dad will have a machete. So
Mm,
I'm like,
mm,
no, not just a machete, but he will have a shotgun. I'm like, no, you want to go
yeah,
ahead and live after this. So
yeah, you gotta be
we'll go
careful.
to their house.
You his daughter, so yeah, he ain't trying
Yeah,
to.
you don't want to do
He ain't
that.
he ain't trying to go for it.
You
You his
don't want
daughter.
to do that. He was ready though.
I'm sure he would be. Any father gonna be ready
He
for
was
that.
ready. He
He
was
ready for
ready with
that.
a shotgun,
He was ready when you
a
came
rifle.
out the womb. When you slid out the womb, he was ready. He was ready before then. The moment he knew you was a
Oh, he would
female.
do that every time. Like I would go ahead and bring a guy to the house just to go ahead and introduce them to my parents before they would take me out, and he will be there either with the machete or the gun, the rifle, the shotgun. I'm like,
Oh, folks, what you want to
but shit, bro, that's the thing I'm doing right now with my daughter. It's like, you know what? If you're gonna go ahead and bring a guy here, I'm gonna go ahead and show this gun.
Yeah, true. I mean, I can't really lie.
Because no,
It's too much stuff happening for us. Too much stuff happening,
this
man.
is a
I
lot
would
of things
just
going
it's
on
too
right
much
now.
stuff
You just
happening.
go ahead and
Yeah.
protect your kids, because it's not just, we have social media out there and they talk to everybody, and everybody could go ahead and seem like they're nice online, but then when you meet them, you don't know what they're gonna go ahead and do.
hmm
You
hmm
have easier access for those people that like to go ahead and seek younger children, and that's not right. And it's hard.
Yeah, it's a lot of those guys.
Yeah, it's hard to keep them away. But
It
yeah,
is
but
crazy.
you wouldn't really think that back then.
Well, shit. I mean, that stuff's been going on a long time. I do see a lot of stuff now where social media has created these lanes for a lot of people to do stuff
Yeah,
that never was able to happen before. So now they have these like catch a predator, uh, like people where they literally attract different people who want to talk to 13-year-old girls and stuff. And then they be like, yeah, well, let's meet up. And they be like, all right, cool. And then when they meet up with them, you know what I mean? They expose them and shit.
yeah.
Like sometimes
I've
niggas get
seen
away with
that
shit.
show, and it's pretty good they're doing that because again, like a lot of parents are not paying attention. They're too busy or something like that to go ahead and watch their kids what they're doing on social media or just in the internet. And it's something that we need to be really aware of because we need to be careful who our kids are really talking to because you don't know what your child is thinking. Maybe they're lacking of something at home, and then that's why they're talking to this person. It could be, so many reasons. It could be the reason why they're talking to this person when they know, in fact, they shouldn't be talking to that person, but they do.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah. And, I don't know. I hope just the awareness has gotten so, you feel me? Um,
It is so
Broad,
different
yeah,
nowadays.
it's different now. It's everything is digital. Everything is at your fingertips. All this information about how to do
It's
stuff,
so
and
easy to access,
you know
especially
what I'm saying.
child. It was very hard for me to go ahead and let my daughter because my daughter wants to be on social media. It
hmm
was very hard for me to go ahead and accept that. The only way I told her she could go ahead and have it. I need to follow every page. I need to make sure I see what's going on. And if
Who they
I
talking
ask for
to?
her phone, you
Right.
better give it to me without asking.
You got to. It's
Because
crazy. I don't.
you don't know those other people.
For me personally, I feel like that's what I'm saying. It's like me personally. I feel like I don't know. I'm probably just because it's just what. Why give them the phone if you gotta protect them that way? It's so crazy.
Well,
If
and
they
that's the
gotta have
thing
a
you have to
phone,
think about right now. Nowadays,
it's crazy.
you can go ahead and give a child a phone and they'll be in kindergarten or first grade because a lot of times you want to go ahead and keep in touch with your child,
That's a
and
fact.
that's the only way.
That's a fact.
If you see a lot of women, a lot of single women are
hmm
working,
hmm
and then the only way they could go ahead and get in touch with their kids is through making sure they have a phone so they could go ahead and reply to you. That's the only way
Yeah.
that you could really check up on them. And for me, like my child, my youngest one, she had a phone since she was in second grade.
Okay.
And I felt like at that point,
Well,
I
she's
needed to make
responsible enough
sure
then.
that she could go ahead and get in touch with me,
Yeah.
just to
Well,
make sure she was okay.
she's responsible then, and you raised her properly to be responsible enough to be like, hey, this is important, so I have
That's
to
what
make
you have
sure.
to do when from
Oh,
the beginning. As the parent, you need to go ahead and teach them what's going on nowadays.
right. And I agree. I just be like, okay, I'm just gonna take it from you when you come to the crib. You know what I'm saying? It's just when you out, when you at the crib, you got all this other stuff you can deal with. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the phone. If
Yeah.
you need to make a call, you can use the house phone or some shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think they should have it like that. Then that's why I'm just like, why say it's your phone? It's like, no, this is just the phone you use when you're out and you're not by the house. So it's charged over here. You put it on the charger. You leave it on the charger. I'll take it off the charger. Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like until you 17 or 18, and you can have, you know what I mean? That's when you could really be able to be like, all
Well,
right,
and that's the
you
thing, though.
know,
It's different because to me, I feel like I'll go
you're
ahead and
right.
have that open communication with my children. I feel
Right.
like for her, especially her, um, I get to see her social media pages just to see what's going on, what she posts, and everything like that. There's been times where I disagree on a post, and I told her to go ahead and take it down. Um, and it was more like showing what you have in your room, showing how it looks like.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that way, you know, people should not see what you have inside your room or your house or anything like that
Right.
because it'll intrigue a person maybe wanting something that you have that they don't have, and they're gonna go ahead and try to get it maybe. If
Yeah.
it's not an item, it could be her, again, because she's at that point where some men, some adults like that, and I had to go ahead and be careful with that.
Yeah. Nah. Especially because Instagram and certain stuff is like,
Instagram and TikTok,
yeah,
that's
it's
where all the
global.
kids
Yeah.
are at. TikTok.
That's why I got to agree with Kanye about it because that's where he's like, I don't want my daughter being looked at by all these people,
Yeah,
all these foreign people and weird people, and
yeah.
like, why?
And you know what? Again, we lived through that. We know at some point we know it's like, okay, you shouldn't be doing this. Whatever we gone through, we need to go ahead and implement that for our children because they only have us to protect them. That's it.
Uh, yeah, that's it. That's all.
Like sometimes these young girls will say an older guy because maybe they didn't have like a father figure or they just want older men around.
Right. And I know how that it affects everybody differently. You know what I'm saying? So some people they turn out to be these successful people, and then other people,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They struggle, with certain shit. So I feel like as it refers to just generally, man, you know, it's subjective. Everybody is different, man. You know,
They
I
are.
would rather, you know what I'm saying? Because if it's the roles are reversed, it could be different as well. Now you have different scenarios that could play out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if my mom wasn't around, but let's say my dad, you know what I'm saying, raised me primarily or something like that, or, you know what I'm saying, he had me mostly, and my mom she held me every now and again or some shit, that would have had a different adverse effect on me because, now I have, you know, these other different ways that I couldn't have experienced, you know, mothers, being, around my mother in certain scenarios versus or my father, you know what I'm saying? Or even like having brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Certain scenarios just kind of play out different when you have other people that can affect it, you know what I'm saying, touch your life. You know what I mean? Then certain scenarios have different other outcomes, you know what I'm saying? So I probably wouldn't know how to treat a woman as good as I do now.
And
You know
that's
what
the
I'm
thing. Right now, I think the generation is different now. Like now it's more about thinking about yourself and focusing what you're trying to do because
saying?
you're not really trying to be in a relationship. That's most of the this new generation is. It's more about focus about themselves and not really trying to go ahead and build something with someone else.
Right.
Because then maybe our generation is the one that changed the whole thing. You know, I was having this conversation earlier with this guy, and he was asking me, it's like, what happened between then and now? It's like our generation was more like we were in the middle where we started having children before we were married and all that stuff, or having a stable relationship, and his kids ended up being raised by a single parent.
Mhm.
So they didn't have the other parent to really see both sides. So a lot of times, these kids are seeking that other attention they couldn't get,
Yeah.
or we weren't as straight with them, or knowledge, give them that knowledge about, hey, if you're gonna be out there, having sex, you should go ahead and make sure you protect
Eh,
it.
and it's the thing is, I I seen it from when I was young, when I
Yeah,
was a young nigga. You know, depending on, like, it's all subjective. Everybody's life is different, but it's like most people, they shelter their kids to the point where they're not having uncomfortable conversations like that. Like, especially as like a father, if you have a daughter, most niggas, a lot of niggas, I'm not gonna say most, but it's a big conglomerate of them. They're not having those conversations with their daughter. You know what
right,
I'm saying? I might be one of them niggas. I probably wouldn't want to have that conversation with my daughter. So you kind of just hoping that, moms is doing it or something. You kind of can kind of just
you expect
once,
maybe the mother to go ahead and do that, or
yeah, like, kind of just, you kind of can have to ease into it. Versus some niggas might be like, look, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. This is this, which honestly would be the better route. Just kind of having that open, honest relationship with your kid to be like,
right.
this is sex. You're going to
I
do it
know,
eventually. Yeah,
I know. When I was that age, teenage life, it's like if I didn't bring it up, my parents wouldn't talk about it. They didn't want to talk about it. They didn't think it's like
right.
as long as they didn't say anything, I wouldn't ask questions. So I wouldn't say anything because they weren't comfortable because
I
in
mean, you their daughter. Your
in
pops
that
probably.
household, it was different because it was about our culture and our religion, something you wouldn't talk about then. You would talk about it more when you had a serious relationship and you wanted to go more into marriage.
Exactly.
And so it wasn't talked about, but when I had to let them know, it's like, well, school is teaching this. They didn't like it, but they might as well let the school teacher
Hmm.
good. And then she just wouldn't ask us anything because then it would have been difficult for my parents to go ahead and express or explain whatever I was asking them. So I would
Just
never go to them and ask them about anything about sex. It was more where I was learning between friends and then actually me learning things
Mm.
with the guys I was with. So it's something where I know that the parent always dreaded talking to their kid. I feel like that's something you should talk about as young as they can understand,
I get you.
in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
certain way, because you don't have to go ahead and be so explicit, so detailed about it when they're young. But if they ask, like when they ask, "Oh, where does baby come from?" Well, you need to kind of let them know into their level how do babies come from.
Right. Yeah.
You,
And don't be yeah. And don't be kind of yeah. I get you.
yeah, you can't go ahead and sugarcoat that. That you can't keep telling them, "Oh, the store comes down here." No, you need to let them know, because this way, if you open up to them and you give them that knowledge, they might make better decisions.
Well,
When
you know, the problem, and I agree with you. The problem really is though. I say like maybe my problem was everybody was trying to have this conversation with me when it was already too late. It was like I remember, I remember my OG. This one time I had went out because I used to go see girls or whatever.
yeah,
Um, you know what I'm saying? I was probably like 17 or something maybe, and she was like, "Okay, oh, you know, I came back." You know, to the crib. She's like, "Oh, okay, what's going on?" I'm like, "Nothing," and stuff. And she was like, "You had fun and stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, everything was cool." She was like, "All right, bet." She was like, "All right." She was like, "Hey, are you still a virgin and stuff?" And I was just like, um, "Why you asking me that?" You know what I'm saying? Like, why all of a sudden you just asking me that question? And she, well, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, no. And she like, it's like her heart kind of broke a little bit. She was like, oh my gosh, like, oh. And I'm just like, I'm in high school and you know what I'm saying? And my high school was like, okay, you got these different different schools in the hood that are being, you know, basically torn down. So they're forced to come, you know, to other schools, wherever else that makes sense for them. You feel what I'm saying? So we had a lot of kids that just mixed into our school.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a whole bunch of different type of kids. So it's like everybody is fully aware of what's going on. The culture is there. You know what I'm saying? So it's they call like I said, the mascots was the pregnant pirates. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like that. You know, come on. So it's like I don't know why they were so surprised. And even my pops, he was trying to talk to me and shit. I'm like
yeah.
18. I'm like, dude, why are you up here trying to talk to me?
No, it's like,
I'm 18, man. It's over with.
right, you're gonna
I
go ahead
mean,
and at that age, you're gonna find a way to go ahead and fuck, basically.
you know what I'm saying? So, and not saying, you know, it reflects them, but it was just different because they probably just always viewed me as this little kid.
Right.
So it's just like, oh, you a little kid. This is my kid, my son, which I am. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid. But like at the same time, it was just like, um, you should be asking me stuff more so than telling me because like now you like how my OG she asked me, and from that point it was like her heart broke. She was like, "Oh my gosh, like really?" And I'm just like, I mean, you wanted me to not tell you the truth, and she's like, "No, I'm glad you told me the truth." She's just like, "Okay, well, did you use protection?" I'm just like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying? She's like, "Okay, cool, all right." I'm just like, dude, why are you even asking me this right? I'm like, you know, like I'm trying to chill and shit. You trying to interrogate me. And that shit was crazy. But as a young person, it was just interesting because I'm like, nobody's having the key point of being 14, 15. Nobody's like, I do. No, let me sit you down, bro. Look, um, you gonna, you know, this is gonna happen. So this, da, da, da.
And
Nobody's really
at that
doing that.
time, you don't think about anything else. You just want want to go. You don't realize it's like, okay, it, you just want to go ahead and have sex at that time. But when you get older, it's different. It's like you don't realize. It's like, man, if I could have go ahead and done this a different way, because it's more like now you have the experience. Now you know what you like in a way, or what you don't like, what turns you on. It's like, damn, like, yeah,
Mhm.
it was fun to go ahead and just have sex, but it's like, damn, I wish it was more pleasurable.
The thing is though, um, man, it's always good to look forward, but it just be crazy. That's why I was like, dude, it just would be crazy if you had this brain and that body, bro. You know what I'm saying? It would be illegal. You know what I'm saying? It'd be no way you could do that. You know what I'm saying? If you could do stuff like that, sure, you could take over everything. You'd be like, okay, cool. Let me do this. Let me do that. I'm gonna do this, do that. It'd be perfect. But at the same time, it's also flawed concept. But I had to learn from certain mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Doing certain stuff. Like I said,
Yeah,
even
really, yeah.
sneaking the girl. I don't know how she, because like I said, the girl's car's around the corner. I'm bringing her in, I think, through the garage or something. So the only thing I could think of is maybe we were talking or something as we walked up to the house, and maybe she got up and looked out the window or something and seen us both walk in. Maybe that's the only thing I could think of. You know what I'm saying? But I get in the house, whatever. She like, hey, is she over here? I'm like, nah. She like, she not over here? Nah. And she like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Because she knew she was over there. I'm like,
But
damn,
that's what we all did when we were younger.
same.
Go ahead and sneak, you know, our girls or our guys inside our bedroom. We try to
Her
get
crib was easy to sneak me in and out of. Hers was like her room was downstairs, so you just slide in the downstairs real quick. Nobody know I'm there. Then when it's time to leave, just get out, slide. Nobody's looking for. Nobody really was looking for her. It's
yeah.
like my OG was always looking for me or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really was like looking for her. Like they just like, oh, she here? Okay. She not here? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. Nobody really was like, looking for her drastically or like wondering like what was she doing. Like it's only sometimes it would be like, hey, where you at? But like most of the time, it was whatever. They was always looking for me, so I had to think of creative ways to go do shit. You know what I'm saying? I did. So
But see, that's why it was easier for me because like I couldn't do all that shit. I'm not going to go ahead and sneak around. So I
I
started
feel
dating
it.
older guys.
Oh, I got you. I
You know?
mean, that's
And
the
I
thing.
think it was better for me because again, it's like, and for a lot of women, they do date older men because of the maturity mental level, and then you don't want to go ahead and be doing all that sneaking around with this boy or whatever.
Little
Like,
goofy shit. Yeah, I got you.
yeah,
It
but
makes sense
that's
now.
wrong
It
because
makes
then
sense.
it's like that wasn't that long, and then I turned 18, and it's like okay, at that time most of the guys I was with, they were over 18. They had their own spot or stuff like
Yeah,
that. So
yeah, see, and yeah, put you in a totally different mindset,
yeah,
right? So, and as a young dude, that's why this has to be given to younger niggas, bro. Cause like as a younger nigga, you might be 17 or 16 or some shit, and you see the older girl or the girl in your grade is with a girl or with a dude. You know what I mean? He's 2 grades older than you, and you wondering like, okay, man, he just got a car, bro. That's it. He just got a car. That's the only reason she fucking with dudes because he got a car, and it is the car, but it's what the car makes the woman think of the nigga. It's
right,
a symbol of what the nigga is, and then the nigga is something else. You know what I'm saying? Something else as he acquires more. So now, if the nigga had at the crib, let's say, because it was a girl. You know what I'm saying? I was a freshman. Everybody crushed on the girl. It was like, damn, this girl, ooh, she wanted to date the nigga who was damn near about to be a senior. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So we like, man, dude, you know what I'm saying? Senior nigga, whatever, like it's an older nigga. not really understand, like, yeah, he's an older nigga, but it's like he's an older nigga, so it's like it's a lot that comes with being an older nigga.
Yeah.
Not just because he has a car, it's like it's not just a car. It's all this other stuff. But it's like as a young nigga, you don't really understand like why the bitch chose this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or why whatever. You just be thinking like, or why the bitch chose you. You just be like, okay, cool. I think I know what I did here and there. You might have, but you don't really even understand how you get in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
kind of just think you know what you're doing. But you know, that's why that has to be given to the young niggas. You know what I'm saying? So the dating shit can be, especially at a young age, because like I don't really want my kids to have to deal with the mating ground shit, but I do want them to have a high school experience. So I guess they're
Yeah.
gonna have to deal with it. But that's all high school shit is. It's just a mating grounds and like a pre work jail thing simulation. You know what I'm saying? So it's really goofy.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But in the aspect that should be kind of given to the young niggas. So like you know what I'm saying? The young niggas won't go through so much shit when it comes to like dating when they're young. And women too, you know what I'm saying? Certain game where it's like, look, you need to be doing this. You know what I'm saying? You know,
I think it's
so
so different right now, for guys to go ahead and hit up on women. It's like because, they're probably expecting too much. It's like,
right.
um, to me, it's like if I want to go ahead and find a guy, they have to be at my level. It's like, and that's what a lot of women I think on young women I think, and it's like, well, a lot of this young women, they're even thinking to go ahead and have a sugar daddy to go ahead and take care of them, or they're right.
I mean, I get it.
You know, I would rather go ahead and be on my grind to do what I do and have
Mm,
my own things
right.
instead of being
Get gifts and shit.
yeah, being with someone where they're gonna go ahead and take care of me. I could go ahead and be at their house and everything like that, but then what if it doesn't work out? Then what?
Then niggas is taking gifts back.
They take everything back and you're left with nothing like how you came in.
That's when you don't know that you've been, you know what I'm
And
saying?
that's the
You,
thing. It's like it's cool, it's fun for a little bit, but then that's it. It's like what are you gonna go ahead and do after that if you ain't doing anything then? You need to go ahead and start to have something as a backup plan.
right. See, my thing is this, right? Um, I mean, if you want to live like that, you know, as far as just like being a sugar baby, I guess is that what you call them?
Yeah, sugar baby.
I feel like anybody should, you know, if you want to do that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Um, but the thing is, I see how, you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing could be crazy because you do have to live a certain expectation as this thing, like
Right.
as a sugar baby. I think I seen this video where this girl was talking about, okay, I have to have my hair like this, and then I have to also have this perfume or some shit. And I can only use this shampoo because that's what he likes. And if I don't like wear it, if I don't do this shit, then he will get mad or some shit. I was just like,
Yeah.
damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, certain people be ended up in situations like that where it'd be like, okay, you getting taken care of. He's like, well, he pays all my
That's something you really want to go ahead and do where he tells you what kind of shampoo you can go ahead and wear.
literally, you know, don't wear red, wear black. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't
And
eat
that's
this,
the
eat
thing. It's
that.
like I was always taught that either I could go ahead and try to find someone that's rich to take care of me or do my own thing. It's like, well, I could go ahead and work hard, which is not good, but I'm gonna go ahead and work hard to go ahead and do my own thing, get my own car, my own house, and everything like that. Or I could go ahead and find someone rich and put up with. basically their rules.
basically.
Yeah, because
And I
they might
mean,
want it a certain way, and you might not agree. But then they say it's like, okay, well then you go ahead and leave, and you have nothing.
basically,
And so a
basically.
lot of women will go ahead and stay because they might not have some kind of stability.
They got to
They
start
might
over.
not even know what they want to do in their lives, or they were never shown to go ahead and be independent. So now there was this guy, and they're gonna go ahead and do whatever he says.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You got to be, you know what I'm saying? If you got to start over, you got to be ready to start over if that's what you're trying to do. But like, or I mean, if that's, you know what I'm saying? If that's, you know, so um, in those type of scenarios, you know what I'm saying? Unless you ready to be with the pimping, shit.
And
If you
that's
ready to be, then you better be ready to be with the pimping until you can be off, done dealing with the pimping. If that's really your goal, but if you really fuck with the pimping, then you should stick with the pimping. I
true,
feel
and
like you know.
that that is a
But
perfect
that's why I'm like, if you gonna, but as a sugar baby, because I'm not saying everybody doing that, but as a sugar baby though, if that's what you doing, I mean, I guess do that. I mean, but yeah, like you said, it comes with that type of shit. Like the bitch was also saying, like he pays my bills, he does this, he does this, he does all that, da, 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 da. And you know, you have to make sure you're in line because you don't, you know, he don't he'll you'll get cut off or something like that. And she was explaining all of this shit, and I was like, damn, bro, that's crazy, you know. And it's like it's people who really feel like, yeah, that's the life I want to live. You know what I'm saying? Like I
and
gotta
a
just be
lot of
with this
times
person.
it is
Yeah,
where, again, they're being taken care of,
right,
and it's something that maybe they were lacking off when they were younger, when they were growing up, or they just, again, they don't want to do too much where I will have the men to go ahead and take care of me. No
right.
matter what it is, what I have to do or how I have to act, but
I mean, y'all got it like that. Y'all got it like that. I mean, y'all kind of get that edge when it comes to shit like that. So that's why I'm like the girl. She get you know, she like yeah I'm finna get with this nigga. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm doing all type of other shit, but it just still interesting. Every bad broad, you just gotta have her. So it's like any bad broad get took up or snatched. He's like, dang, that girl with this nigga, man, dang. But you already talking to 5 other girls, so it's like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? But it just be like that. Still that other girl, she's with this
yeah,
nigga. Why she get with this nigga? And then, ooh, because you just a young nigga, just horny as
right.
fuck
But
and
then
shit.
that's something you have to think about too as a woman. You don't know what he might be thinking. Maybe he's gonna go ahead and replace you with someone young at some point or
Mm-hmm.
whatever
You
else.
don't know,
Yeah,
right? Right, but you know,
the
but
men, they're the ones in control.
they
They
that
can go ahead
particular.
and easily replace you.
I mean, that particular situation, particularly the the guy and the girl, they were together for a while. I think. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, after that situation, maybe she wanted to do some other shit. And
Right.
but as a young nigga though, you don't really understand that. You just be thinking like, oh, okay, whatever. But that's the whole point. Like, if niggas get certain game early, it creates, you know what I'm saying? Um, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a roadmap for the future. So like now I know where I am. So when I know what to do. Like, but you know, when you young, you just be like, yeah, okay, I'm finna just try to get with the girl, fuck her, and do whatever. And it'd be like that be yeah, of course, bro. But it'd be like, how you gonna do it though? You know what I'm saying? And every girl's different, so how you approaching every girl if you trying to do that? If that's how you living like that, you know what I'm saying? And it be like you don't know. You gotta kind of, you know what I'm saying? Get some game about what you got going
And
on.
that's the thing. It's like you have to come in reality where you don't know how long it's gonna go ahead and last. You,
Hmm.
if you want to go ahead and keep that lifestyle as a woman, where you have a man take care of you, if you want a sugar daddy or whatever like that, you need to make sure that you give them whatever they need in order for you to keep them because they can go ahead and easily replace you. And again, you are stuck to where they first met you. And that's the thing. It's like, why wouldn't you want to go ahead and build something for yourself So you
Hmm.
wouldn't come to that situation where he says he don't want to be with you no more, and then what? Now you don't have anything.
Right.
I always felt where I need to go ahead and take care of myself, do something for me, not just for me, but for my children,
Hmm.
where I could go ahead and do it's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go ahead and struggle. I'm not gonna go ahead and be with a man to depend on him to go ahead and help me out with my bills and my kids. It's like I could go ahead and do this on my own.
Hmm.
I ha- I had to go ahead and make that choice where I'm not gonna go ahead and struggle. I'm gonna go ahead and give them what they need
Right.
instead of waiting somebody else to go ahead and take care of them because
Right.
I decided to go ahead and have my children come into this world. So it don't matter if their father was in the picture or not. I still and myself, I need to go ahead and take care of them. I need to go ahead and support
I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I said, man, shit. It's stuff you grow into that. I know you probably. I mean, but even then, y'all be thinking about some of that stuff earlier than we do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, nigga just like, yeah, I'm just trying to fuck. You know what I'm saying?
them.
Instantly. You know what I'm saying? But they that disconnect there is where it be like lost in translation. Because some niggas can kind of dance with it and mingle with the aspect of just saying, okay, I can use whatever I have and whoever I am to propel me into situations with women and do whatever it helps me, or I'm confident or whatever. That can happen, right? But it's a lot of disconnect. It's even once they get so far, it's still,
But that's how it
boom.
is now, though.
I'm
So, like,
saying.
a lot of people are disconnected in sex. There's so many
Mhm.
apps where you could just go ahead and hook up with someone. You don't
It's that
need to go
easy,
ahead and connect with them.
right?
You just both have to agree that you want to go ahead and go out, maybe meet, have a couple drinks, and then fuck. I mean,
I was
we're not
just
really paying attention to anything else but that. We have a need, and the app is there to go ahead and find us someone for that night.
to link up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
We
Like,
want that responsibility.
you don't really want to. I mean, but that's how exactly. But that's a different perspective though, on just the quick dating shit. Because I mean, I was actually thinking about that shit as you was talking earlier. I was like, where's the legal prostitution um ring? I guess it is Vegas, but not really
Yeah.
because it's like
We have it
it's other
outside
places.
Vegas limits, but it's still here in Nevada and it's legal. And again, it's like, they still have that running where if a man wants to go there and hire someone to have a good time, they can, and then they can go ahead and after that goes on, it's like you go ahead and go back to your regular life.
There you go. Makes sense.
But that's just like any dating app where say, okay, well, I'm lonely tonight. Let me go ahead and go on this app, find someone, and maybe I can find them where they're gonna go ahead and come over to go ahead and give me what I want.
Triggering it makes the world go round.
Well, and that's the way we're human beings. That's one thing that our bodies do want and need and crave for. That affection from another person, not
Mhm.
just affection, but that to go ahead and be satisfied sexually. We want
Oh,
that.
right. You trying to fuss something? So pay
Yeah,
them dollars. Pay them dollars then.
and there's
Shit.
nothing wrong with that. If we be honest from the beginning, that's what we're looking for. That's
I
fine.
agree.
But
I agree.
there's so many other consequences, other risks. It's like you just have to be careful who you're laying with because you don't know. And it's not just about diseases or anything like that or getting pregnant maybe. But it's just knowing the person because you might think they're okay when you meet them at first, but they could go ahead and be some psycho after that where they're stalking you.
Yeah, we was talking about that.
Yeah, they
We was
do
talking about that.
weird shit.
Rest in peace to all the women and the victims to that type of shit. Because there was a lot of victims to niggas being, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's
and
the thing, you can't
that
really
needs to be
tell
said.
when you're on social media because you can go ahead and type anything and make it believable.
Oh yeah, instantly. So you know what I'm saying, and like you said earlier about just taking pictures, you know what I mean, by your house and shit like that, because this particular situation, it went viral where the girl used to take pictures like in front of her house or something,
Yeah.
and then one of these niggas slid on her, bro. You know what I'm saying? Literally pulled up on her, was like, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. She was like, what? She was like, no, bro, you gotta go. And I think 3 days later, he came back over her house and shit, you know what I mean, and killed her and shit. You feel me? So it was like one of those type of things. So it's like she had all the not necessarily all this information out, but she was just doing little shit like posting pictures and she got her address on the picture. You know what I'm saying? Or little shit like that.
And
You know
it's
what I'm
always
saying? So,
been where you never know. Again, you don't know who you're really meeting and talking to because
all right.
they could go ahead and sound fine before you meet them, and you still could go ahead and meet them be okay. But after that, you just don't know what's going in their mind. Where maybe they've been watching you for a while, you know.
Right. Because I think she might have, you know what I'm saying? It could have been a client where she was maybe sending him flicks or something, or, you never know. He could be sending her gifts and shit, and he got tired of some shit and went over. He's like, no, I'm going to where you live. And slid over there, but who knows? Or he just could have been just a fan, you know what I'm saying?
Being
And,
upset because he
which
got
I think he was a fan or so, actually. I actually think he was a fan. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like an influencer, kind of. So I
yeah.
think she might have had like um, certain content
That's
niggas was buying, so.
a bad thing though. It's like it's really hard now for influencers, especially like women. Um, you have to be out there. People are watching you. So when you get yourself out there, and it's something that a lot of us women do go through, where it's like you want to go ahead and make, you want to go ahead and make money through being an influencer, but then you have the rest where, as a woman, you're out there too much that some men will go ahead and obsess over you, and
Yeah.
because they're seeing you so much in their mind, they might think it's like, okay, this is normal. It's like she comes, I see her videos and I feel like she's connected towards me or anything like that. And it's not true. It's like she's talking to everyone, but your focus is you think that she's talking to you and you become obsessed because you feel some type of way where she's putting out this video that she's just personally talking.
Attached to you.
Yes.
And that shit is dangerous. And it's a certain term for that. I don't know what it's called, but the show. What's the show? The Swarm show. Have you seen that yet?
No.
It's basically the show where the girl is obsessed with the girl. She's a singer. I think it's actually based off Beyonce or something. And the girl's name is Nija or something. And anytime somebody says something about Nija, she kills him. And
Really.
she's like obsessed with him. Yeah. So it's like that type of shit. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, I
And I
don't
can
know.
understand. It's like, you know, when you're on social media, okay, and you see this girl, this guy on social media, and then you see them constantly posting something. So it could be just someone that you just see randomly, or when they post too much and you're paying attention, and that's when it starts growing, because you might not have want them in the beginning, but when you see them so much in their saying it in their personal life, you feel somehow connected to them,
Hmm.
like you're
Oh,
part of them, like they invited you in their lives, you know?
I guess you could look at it that way, and that's probably why certain people do what they do. And that's a thing where it kind of does come back 50-50 on the person and the content creator, because obviously the content creator knows that, but they might not understand the totality of that, of you inviting everybody into your life. And when you say, I'm going to put certain parts of my life on display so everybody can see them, especially when you're talking about anything dealing with the sex industry or adult industry. If you're making content like that, you have to already be aware of everything that's going to happen. Now, I'm not going to say you have going to have the experience, and you could have some mentors around you that's giving you some type of game. That would be nice if they, thorough niggas. But shit, you gotta see that shit through. You're not gonna have those experiences until you have them. So,
And that's
you
a
know,
mistake, because even before like social media, you have people where they saw you, like even like say, okay, even women that were strippers, like you have those guys that will come in, and come in multiple times, and they start asking for you for personal dances or anything like that. It's like they get themselves involved because they start seeing you as someone where they're sharing some kind of personal life with you. Maybe
mhm,
not theirs, but okay, so maybe you start seeing, okay, let's say the stripper, let's say an exotic dancer, and you start seeing them not just at work, but you start talking to them, starting to know a little bit about their personal life. Now you
mhm.
feel like you're part of them,
Yeah, obligate like you have an obligation to their time or their presence or something.
right? So when you see it constantly, of course you're gonna go ahead and develop something in your mind where you think it's like, okay, you might like them, or you know
Hmm.
they've been around you, so you might think they like you.
Right, and that's why it's easy to, what I'm saying, but. We laugh at that Players Club scene. She was like, "How'd you get to my house?"
Oh,
or
I
whatever.
remember that.
Of
Yeah,
course, we was being silly, but that shit is fucked up
that
because
was easily though back then. It's like
yeah, he
there
followed her
was
home and shit. Yeah,
customers that was watching you get a lap dance. All they had to do is wait for you to get off from work and then follow
yeah,
you. And that's the same thing right now. It's like a lot of the social media apps they have where you have your location on, and they could go ahead and somehow find where you're at by your location.
right. And that's why I be feeling like when it comes down to it, you know, it's a lot of awareness. It's a lot of shit that they have to go. That's why I be trying to not. Um, I'm not never disrespecting nobody. Like people come and just saying certain shit. It's not this and that. It's like that could be your perspective, whatever. But sometimes people be risking they life
They
just to
did.
do this. You know what I'm saying? And they provide a certain type of, I would say, I don't know. They're needed in society, bro. So it's like when it comes down to it, bro, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to do it. You don't have to live that life. They're doing it, so you don't have to do it. But like, you don't know what that person went through. Some people just be trying to like, literally like, get some money
Now
real
it's like
quick.
it's so much easier because it could be where you're
Yeah,
not intending to try even meet anyone, but somehow they see you they visually see you in a video or something like that, or even a picture, and then my thing is like, oh, okay, I gotta meet them and everything like that. So they'll do in mentally in their mind, they're gonna go ahead and find you,
Right.
and it's so easy. Like I said, it's so easy for them to find you, especially if you're making videos or you're tagging yourself someplace. It's
Right.
hard because, even before, like, I had to go ahead and pay attention to where I was at because if I checked in, there will be there'll be people that would pop up.
And it'd be like, how'd you get here type shit. Yeah.
Right. It's like I didn't
And
invite you. I get it, I
yeah,
checked in, but why would you be here?
that's why I'm like, yeah, that shit is serious. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to say that shit because it's that some people risking their life. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And
It's
like you said, and when
like
you in a certain area, you locally known to for such that you do,
right.
people set people up and do weird shit. Like you said,
And
people
so
do
what I
weird
was
shit.
doing before, like I would check in when I would go to someplace, I would check in the beginning and now if I want to check in, I check in towards like the end when I know I'm about to leave because
Right.
I had the situation where I checked in and then not too long later somebody popped up there, and it wasn't like
Mhm.
it was like in a restaurant and like
Right.
I get it, people show up, but you show up after I check in and then you come up to say hi.
Right.
That makes you think it's like, okay, well, you're here because you wanted to come here and eat and you weren't planning on that, or
Hmm.
you
Or
you
you
saw
seen I
the
was,
opportunity and you knew I was
yeah.
here and you wanted to come by and see me in person and say hi.
That's why I'm like, yeah, I don't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you do any work like that, you shouldn't have the none of that type of shit on no way where your location is telling you where, like Instagram and shit be telling niggas where they at. They got the tags and shit for your city and wherever you. Oh, I'm at this place. I'm at this place and whatever. Make sure you know what I'm saying. That's just common knowledge now. Just you know what I'm saying. You gotta be careful with how that shit work because that checking shit is real. I used to have like Android 2 back in the day, and it definitely used to tell me this shit doesn't do that. It just kind of subliminally, it helps with the, I mean, the advertising, the predictive advertisement and shit, but it doesn't really say certain shit. It does let you know it knows where shit is. So, for
Right.
instance, your car, after so long of your continuous route to your car, to your house, to your car, to your house, to your job, to your house, to your job, to your car, to your house, to your job, it
Yeah.
automatically knows what's your job, what's your house, what's your car. So you could be out your car and then turn on get onto your maps and shit.
Yeah.
It'll tell you where your car is. Be like your car's over here. You know what I'm saying? Or home is like 10 minutes away.
Crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
You
You
know what I'm saying? And then the Android shit literally used to be like I would leave McDonald's and be like, how'd you like McDonald's? I'd be like, nah, I'm straight. You don't
I
need to
mean, we
know
already know it's like the phone, it listens, so
that too.
we could go ahead and be talking about something, and all of a sudden you see ads on Facebook or IG about what you're talking about,
Right. No, that's that shit. No.
right? So it's like, how can we go ahead and protect ourselves? How can we go ahead and protect our children when they're coming up?
Okay.
It's really hard, but it's like it's something that we have to pay attention to, and it's crazy. It's just crazy how things are nowadays.
Man, that's facts.
But
I
then
mean,
we have a pretty good topic tonight, though.
oh hell yeah, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, what I mean, open mouse is always dope.
Oh yeah, open mouse is always dope because you never know where the conversation is going to go.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Um,
it's fun, but Hey, can I
You
read
know,
you some poems before we go, though?
oh yeah, this the joint you wrote, right? You put
Yeah,
this together? Okay.
I want to
Okay, let's
do
see
this
it.
one because I feel like, this motivated me to go ahead and start maybe writing to something, especially if we're going to go ahead
Okay.
and start erotic poetry night. So,
Okay, cool. So it's just some dope shit you
yeah.
got put
So
together.
here's
Okay,
the
cool.
first one
Okay.
called, I don't know what it's called, but here it goes.
Okay.
There is a beast present inside of me,
Hmm.
craving you so badly. I want to stir a wild stern, a wild storm surging from your core. I want to lick the slow heat trickling down your thighs. I want to kiss the soft tremor building on your knees. I want to catch the shuddering sweetness ringing off your toes. Oh, that just sounds good.
Okay. All right.
I mean, he
So
first
you trying to stir up a
wants to
storm.
make sure, you feel everything,
That's the
before
I
licking
mean,
the kid.
that's how you supposed to do it. I mean, that's
That's
how it
how
should be
you're
done.
supposed to do. You gotta make sure.
So that's a dope one. That was dope.
That was pretty good. From
Yeah, that was a dope one.
that was I don't know from in but it was anonymous. So I think we do need to get our posts in here. So hopefully soon we can go ahead and have erotic poetry night.
We will be well. Yes, we will be having a rock poetry night coming soon. All the poets and stuff. Some people be singers too. Some people be,
I think, I think if
rappers.
anyone has, if they're an artist, if they have songs like R&B, slow
Man,
jams, any freaking nasty song,
come
they
on,
should send it to us.
for sure,
They should go
for
ahead and
sure.
send it to us so we can go ahead and play it here.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I think, it will help them and it will help us to get in the mood, with some music.
Oh, definitely, because the music is important. So
Hey,
all the artists
I remember I used to like to
need
go
that.
ahead and have that music on while we were having sex.
Yeah, of course. I mean, people debated me about that not too long ago, but that's another topic. You know what I'm
But it
saying?
makes yeah, that's another topic. But it makes you get in
But
that mood sometimes.
yeah, of course, it definitely do. So, you know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of music we gonna be putting together, but I like to actually you know what I'm saying, just connect with other people as well. So those poets, man, we need y'all, come through because we have that, that's in the works right now. And, everybody else, tap in so we can get some work done, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but for now, we're gonna go ahead and end our live. We had a good night. We were talking. We are drinking a little bit, smoking a little bit. We were having fun tonight.
Come on. Come on, man.
But it
Good
became
night,
a
man.
serious topic because I think again nowadays, especially women, we need to go ahead and be more careful on who we're meeting. Social media,
Big facts.
it could be a whole bunch of people that put a fake picture and pretend they're somebody else.
Right,
We just need to go ahead and be careful because we don't know who we're
right,
you know, uh,
right.
we're just not even really talking to them. We start off messaging and maybe we'll talk to them, but we really don't know who they are
Right.
because there's
That's a
been
fact.
so many things going on in this world where people are crazy right now, and they'll do anything and they don't care.
Mhm.
And with that said, I hope you guys have a good night. I hope you guys stay tuned for our next show. Hopefully we should have another show this week. If not, we'll see you soon. And with that, everyone have a good